What's going on, guys? It's me, Jason. Welcome back to the channel. It is Senior Bowl season, and we're going to talk about some Senior Bowl prospects over these next couple of days here. Starting with Rashee Rice, the wide receiver out of SMU, coming off of an explosive senior season with 96 catches for over 1,300 yards and 10 touchdowns. He's a bigger body receiver who can make plays against tight coverage, and he can line up anywhere in the formation and do damage to any size defender. You can see him take bubble screens and bounce off defenders with his contact balance and keep running. He's a very interesting football player because he's very quick and athletic, but he's also a bigger receiver at 6'2" and just over 200 pounds. So let's talk about Rashee Rice. Before we do that, though, make sure you hit that thumbs up, that subscribe button, notification bell as well. I do appreciate it, as the channel has crossed over 50,000 views. I appreciate that. So on the road to 100,000 views. But let's talk about Rashee Rice. So this first play we're going to look at here of Rashee Rice is actually going to be a post route where he's wide open, but I don't know if the quarterback doesn't trust his eyes or doesn't believe he can make that throw. But here's going to be Rashee Rice up here, and he's going to run this post route here as we'll run the play. And we're going to talk about something that he does on this play that I really like, and something that you would watch out for during the Senior Bowl practice and during the actual Senior Bowl game, right? So whatever, the play's over, the ball's already out. It's going here to this receiver. But let's watch him off the line of scrimmage for a second, right? So the first thing we're going to do is ball's going to be snapped here, right? Ball snapped. This receiver down here hasn't even moved. Rashee Rice is already firing off the line of scrimmage, and this is why I love his game, because immediately he goes 0 to 100, and I really want to see his 10-yard split whenever he does run it, because I'm very interested in how fast he is off the line of scrimmage, because he looks quick, when you watch him on tape. So he fires off the line of scrimmage, and what happens is, as a corner, you have to respect his height. Most people would think it's his speed, but really it's his height. The corner plays like an outside leverage, right? Because that corner knows I don't want to get beat over the top, right? He's taller than me. He can moss me. I'm going to play this outside leverage. So if he tries to go to the outside, I know that I can use that boundary eventually to ride him out of bounds or get hands on the ball in the air. But what happens is when you play this kind of coverage or this kind of leverage, you lose your inside. And when you lose your inside, this happens. You get beat on the post. Now, this play right here, Rashee Rice will make this catch 10 out of 10 times, right? In this window right here, because he doesn't care about going across the middle, right? He'll make that catch, but I guess the quarterback didn't believe he could make that throw, and he didn't. He just checks it down. But again, when you play that kind of soft coverage like that, Rashee Rice is going to eat every time. And then the next play here, they're going to play soft coverage again. It's actually going to be in like a stack formation here. Rashee Rice is going to be down here. We're going to watch him run this play. He's going to get a big catch and run across the middle of the field, pick up a ton of yards for his team. And then we're going to talk about this play and why, again, this play is such a cool play. So first, again, like I said, it's a stack formation. What we're going to have here, right, is this receiver in particular is going to try to get this safety out of the way, right? So now what you're banking on is this safety's not, you're banking on this safety playing deep. But if this safety were to come down and try to make this play in zone and cover Rashee Rice, he certainly could. So you're hoping this corner rides out here and this safety comes down to cover this zone. But what happens is they actually don't do that. Both of the particular defenders, one goes into a back pedal to cover this receiver. And then now you have this entire window where there's no one within 5 yards of him on either side, right? So you run the play here. He catches the ball over the middle, no issues, right? And he's gone. But when he fired out of that break, he got his head around, caught the ball with his hands, immediately got upfield. It's the best part of his game. He's not gonna dance around and try to look cool. He's gonna get yards and he's gonna run, and that's what you want in a receiver. So this next play we're going to look at here is actually going to be Rashee Rice on a bubble screen. He's going to be up top there, as you see by the yellow arrow. We're going to run this screen here, break a tackle, run, get more yards, right? Simple play. But this is another part of his game that it's one of the best parts of his game, right? So on a bubble screen, typically what you want to wait for, obviously, is you want to wait for these linemen to get out here. So you would have, maybe 3-on-3 or maybe 3-on-2 here, right? What happens is, or 4-on-2, I should say. But what happens is he doesn't care. He says, I see a lane, I'm going to take it. Now, maybe you want to be a little bit more patient, but when you have this ability here to spin off this tackle, continue to get upfield, spin off that tackle, continue to get upfield, and get all the way down to the 28-yard line, or the 32-yard line. That's good contact balance, right? Bumping him and trying to arm tackle him doesn't really work. He's going to bounce off of you and he's going to continue to run. As I said, he's not going to bounce. He's not going to, dance around. He's going to get around you and run his tail off because he wants to maximize these yards. And that's how he ended up having 1,300 of them in his senior season, right? If you want a receiver that doesn't dance around, doesn't try to get cute, just wants to be productive, this is the guy you're looking for. So this next play here that we're going to look at is actually going to be him in the slot. So he's up here. Going to watch him run this corner out here on this safety. Now, again, cushion, like always. But we're going to run the play here. Breaks out of that route. Boom. Catches the ball. First down for his team. Great play. Very simple corner route. But again, you're starting to see consistencies in his game, right? So again, fires off the line of scrimmage. Press up, press it. Now that corner is so scared because he doesn't know, am I going to get an in? Am I going to get a vertical? Am I going to get a comeback? Am I going to get a curl? Like, what am I going to get? And so he's not even playing any kind of leverage. He's just in a straight up back pedal, right? Well, when you're in that position, you're really kind of doing yourself a disservice because if you're not athletic enough, you're not going to be able to break on that ball, right? So now he's kind of playing, he's guessing now. So he's like, okay, I can kind of give him this inside and then maybe I can ride him up the field to the safety over the top. Well, they run the perfect route for this coverage here. So you're gonna get this receiver here to sit down. This defender is here. Now you have this entire window wide open. Rashee Rice, fires out of his break. Again, gets his head around immediately. That ball is out. He catches the ball for a huge gain for his team. Very, very good receiver. You watch a lot of these top receivers, and you see, some guys are good, some guys are, maybe they're slow, maybe he is one of the more complete receivers all around, right? And the last player, and I say that because the last play we're about to watch isn't even a catch, it's not a run, it's not anything. It's just complete domination, right? So let's run the play. Rashee Rice is at the bottom. Let's watch the play. That looks like straight out of The Blind Side. Like, he sent this dude to the buses, bro. Like, this is a wide receiver. This is what I mean when I say he has a complete game. He will catch that ball over the middle. He'll catch the ball deep. He'll catch the ball against any coverage. He can sit down in zone, and he will run block his tail off. Pancakes. And guess what happens? The runner scores a touchdown off of the block that Rashee Rice set on the edge. This is a complete receiver and one of the best receivers at the Senior Bowl. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Give it a thumbs up. Hit that subscribe button, notification bell as well. I do appreciate it. Tell somebody about the channel. The channel is always growing. I do appreciate that. And as always, y'all be good.